You again.
Do you need med?
I may.
I don't chop.
All right then.
Well, I'll leave you.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Sir, you have no idea what...
For fuck's sake!
It's my...
I'm safe.
I see.
Do you think...
Have you found the...
There is too much left unanswered.
Get to know us.
Thank you, old Bridget. It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Welcome back to my humble shelter, Dr. Reed.
Are you here to subdue me again?
No, Sean. I just came by to see how you are.
I feel all right. Why'd you ask?
Are you still feeding on corpses?
No. It's almost as though the blood you forced me to drink has provided me eternal satisfaction.
Have you seen Harriet Jones since taking her to Old Bridget?
No. She is with the sewer skulls now. I don't go downstairs.
But why did she fake her own death? There was so much blood in her room. She attacked patients, too.
I just lost her for a minute that night. When I found her, she had caused mayhem across the hospital. I slapped some sense into her, and we fled before getting caught.
What happened then?
We ran here through narrow streets and backyards. She kept saying that someone was talking to her in the dark, offering to avenge her. But I saw nobody.
What happened at the Pembroke?
I guess we recognized each other. As Scals, I mean. She had but one thought. To punish. To get revenge upon everything and everyone. I realized I had to bring her here quickly.
How did you meet Old Bridget?
When younger, I used to patrol the streets at night, searching for lost souls. This is how I met her. It took me 2 months just to get her name. Now we support each other.
Had you already visited their hideout in the city?
Just once.
You really are?
Oh, no, sir.
Would you let me listen to your chest, Sean?
No, Dr. Reed. You already forced me to drink your blood, and I thank you for that.
It would help me greatly if you would allow me to give you a physical examination.
I said no. I'm no subject of medical examination, and I intend only to obey and to kneel before God.
How is the sanitary?
I think it's acceptable.
How are things in your
Even if we're
What do you fear?
a few years...
What if food became...
The Scals...
Farewell. It's locked. Good evening, young man.
I was trying to sleep, sir. Leave me alone.
Is this your house?
Yes, it is. Now leave me alone. You were perfectly clear.
Tell me, Mr. Nightingale, what are you doing here, exactly?
Why so suspicious? This is my home. I live here now.
You don't say. How convenient.
Miss Gillingham has generously bequeathed her home to me. There's nothing strange about it.
Have you heard anything recently concerning Sean Hampton's shelter?
He keeps investing time helping the poor and sick. Good.
You have no right being in this...
Hey, I'm not the one who killed her. I've done nothing wrong.
Except for the fact that you're conning a delusional old woman out of her house. You know full well she mistakes you for her son.
Perhaps, but shouldn't I stay here and protect the house? You know, from looters. I figured...
I would work on your defense statement a little more. The circumstances matter little in the eyes of the law, young man.
I'm not afraid of the slammer. At least I'd have a roof over my head. But I like this place better.
Are you worried about the situation in the docks? In the end,
I won't pretend I didn't use the situation to my advantage, but I didn't want her dead, if that's what you think.
Oh, I believe you about that.
What? What are you saying? No, how do you know she's dead? It wasn't me, I swear on my life.
It's okay, Mr. Nightingale. Don't worry. Your trembling hands and nervousness suggest to me that you're not capable of killing in cold blood.
That was not funny, Dr. Reed. Not funny at all.
It's time to confess, Martin. You've exploited Miss Gillingham's weakness to your own advantage, have you not?
All I've done is smile at her and be kind to her. I've done no other harm than giving her what she needed. This is no crime.
Lying and cheating are not qualities that one expects of a mature adult, my boy.
Christ, you sound like me old man. Grow up, stand straight. I'll live my life how I want, thanks.
So,
Not bad.
but what are you...
I'll try.
Goodbye. May we...
Sure. No! I was so close to becoming someone, to have the life I wanted. Damn you. Damn you.
best turn around if I were you.
Trust the leech for
Good evening, sir.
Well, I could...
I'm Dr. John...
And I...
Tell me everything you know about the Guard of Priwen.
Andrew never told me what they do. I do know they're vigilantes with military training. Access to some impressive firepower.
And what is your personal opinion about the Guard, then?
This Guard of Priwen is just another gang preying on the young and naive. Preying on people like my boy. I know how it works. I invented it.
Why did your son really join the Guard of Priwen?
If I believed in a higher power, I'd see this as punishment for my own sins. I deserve it for all the young men I enlisted back in the day.
You don't believe in God, though, do you, Mr. Woodbeard? So why did he join?
Now I think about it, Andrew joined the Guard, not to defy me, but to follow in my footsteps, to make me proud.
So your son has left you nothing to explain his actions? No letter or message?
Not even a note. I'm a proud man, Dr. Reed. But I would kneel and pray if I thought it would give me my Andrew back.
Have you always...
It's not bitterness, it's poorly masked.
Don't you think that the old people of your time were saying exactly the same thing about you and your friends?
Perhaps you're right, Dr. Reed. Well, I hope you'll not be around to see things turn sad and grey.
If you were so...
You...
Used to...
Most of...
Who would you trust?
The owner of the turquoise...
Any...
No, but...
I'm... If you don't... What can you tell me?
People you...
Missing the good old days, are you?
Trust me.
And what about the gangs?
Back in my day, people...
You were a gang member.
I was their leader for a time, believe it or not. Now these bastards act like I'm nothing. Not one of them. They owe me some damn respect.
Tell me about the Wet Boot Boys, Archer. I want to know more.
We were there for the families and each other. It was us against the world. We were vicious, tough, even cruel. But we were united.
You sound like you were some kind of radical union member.
Yes, nowadays the communists and gangs squabble over pointless territory. Sounds stupid when you say it out loud.
Goodbye. Good evening.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne. Evening.
Evening.
Heard anything
I
about...
heard that Mr. Hampton has been very sick, but now he...
So long. It's locked, all right. From Seymour to my beloved mother Stella. Fishburne, that sneaky bastard. It's locked, all right. Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne. May I come?
Of course. I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most these days.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
What can I do for you, Dr. Reed?
I believe you may find this necklace of interest.
What is it? I don't understand.
It's a gift your son was hoping to give you. But I'm afraid it links him to the nearby murders.
You mean this belongs to one of his victims? Jesus. I knew this day would come. Please, Dr. Reed, accept this for your trouble and leave me be.
This day? You mean you already knew? Are you buying my silence? I will not be an accomplice in this.
What? No. No. My son's crimes distress me more than you can imagine. But I'm his mother. I love him, I do.
Your son's gone way beyond simply bullying people. He has a taste for blood, and you know it, don't you, Stella?
One night, he told me straight up, in his own words. It was several days after one of his episodes.
Why did he confess? Did you suspect something?
No. I guess he wanted his old mum to help him fight his, demons.
Did Seymour tell you everything that night?
More than I could stand. The words he used to describe his hate, his rage, how he feels when he's done it.
Stella, I know you are ashamed of your son's crimes. So why do you protect Seymour?
I can't report my own son, can I? Not a burden I could bear.
Burden? How do you mean?
They'd hang him for sure. I won't send my only son to his death.
I understand your pain, but you cannot mother him forever.
If someone ever found the courage to speak to the police, I will take my share.
Tell me about these demons Seymour needs your help to fight.
Seymour used to be such a happy child, and he is still a helping son most of the time. But when he gets angry, he can hardly contain his rage.
All men and women are born innocent, Mrs. Fishburne. But there can be a monster within any of us.
Do you think he can be cured, Doctor? Do you think something can extinguish this rage inside my Seymour?
There is no cure for murder, Mrs. Fishburne. Only justice.
There ain't no hope then. Somehow, somewhere, my son has turned into a monster, and nothing will bring him back.
Goodbye, Miss...
You've explained so much. The fog's been...
Evening. So long.
Am I really cursed? You've explained so much.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne. Tell me about your victims, Seymour. Who were they? Why them? Was there a link?
Why should there be? They just kept getting on my nerves at the worst times, that's all.
How many? How many victims?
It's not like I keep records. It happens when it happens.
You feel nothing, do you? No empathy for your victims at all?
You seem pretty calm yourself, don't you?
We're not talking about me.
That right? Well, our calm's the only thing we have in common then.
Did you take pleasure in killing them, Seymour? All those people, all those lives extinguished.
I take no pleasure from it. Just gives me peace. Stills the anger. For a time.
This rage you feel, have you ever been able to control it? Resist it?
I tried. For my mum, I tried for her. Telling the truth made me feel better. For a while.
Don't you think you should seek help? Talk to someone you trust, someone who cares about you.
No. And don't dare speak about me to your colleagues either. Keep your mouth shut tight. Especially about my mum.
Why is your mother protecting you, Seymour?
I'm her son. She's the only one who knows me. Sometimes I think she knows me better than I know myself.
I understand you love her, But can't you see the awful situation you've put her in?
Do you think my mum would have a better life if I were dead? She seems so sad to know me sometimes.
I understand your mother's situation. Obtaining justice at the price of betraying her own flesh. It's quite a dilemma.
It might be my mum's wish that I end up swinging from a hangman's noose. But she wouldn't want to be the one who ties a knot round my neck.
Goodbye, Mr.
I can feel it coming in my bones. The hatred. A wave of bitter death to drown and purge. Just city in wrath.
Foolish girl and her pre-principles. She's got no idea who she's dealing with.
I must look a fool. Arms me to know you can't see me, sweet queen. Perhaps we should listen to what the idiot
The
had to
epidemic,
say first.
everyone's throwing the blame.
This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood.
This is no place for you, sir. This one! No! Murdering bastard! Bloody leech!
It's locked.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! Fuck his boss! Best be moved. Watch yourselves! This one! Take its head! I'll kill it!
This place. Rain may have washed away the blood, but not the memory. My poor Mary. This is my watch. Damn grave robbers.
I'd head back if I were you, sir. He's mine! No! Don't like that, do ya?
I cannot enter. It's locked.
Fight for this! Mine! Killing's all you deserve! Please, sir. Can't let you through.
This place looks like the picture I saw of the bomb site. Yes. The place has changed since the explosion, but it was definitely here. I should find some way to pay my respects. May all who suffered from this tragedy find or rest in peace. It's locked, all right.
Drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Ah,
Surely you must have had...
sure.
Sounds like you were...
No,
Do you
no.
I want to know more about your
I'm
past.
still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your...
No,
Do you believe...
I do not.
I found the location of the explosion, Mr. Delaney. I placed a flower for you where it happened, just as you asked.
Really? That's so kind. I never thought someone would... Well, thank you, Doctor.
It's nothing, really. And I'm sorry for your loss.
What? No, I didn't know them. No car was supposed to park there that day. Stupid bastard, why did he park there?
You're the man who hid that bomb.
I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone.
I want you to remember the bomb, Dyson. Tell me about it.
No, I don't want to remember it.
Why use a bomb? What were you trying to destroy?
The Dawson & Dawson ammunitions factory. A symbol of violence against the people. My group wanted to destroy it to send a message.
The victims. They were not the target then.
I spent so much time figuring out the perfect moment. I used a short fuse. No car had ever parked there. They all died.
I sense your guilt, Dyson. Why is that? Did you not think violence was an acceptable political tool?
I still believe our fight was just. By killing an innocent couple who were just at the wrong place at the wrong time. No way.
That bomb also killed you that day, don't you see? You just die a slower death, drink by drink.
I know. Maybe I deserve judgment. Until that day, I'll just be Dyson the drunk, not Dyson the murderer.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
No one dares go outside.
Tom has so much alcohol, he could keep this district afloat for quite some time. Good evening, Mr. Wood.
Good evening. Andrew was right. Monsters exist. The guard will nail you down, Vampire. My son will kill you.
Dog's fault, they say. Then the gang, the epidemic, everyone's throwing the blame.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
A drink to the boy.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
You lied to me, Tom. Your warehouse wasn't empty. It was inhabited with armed vigilantes.
I'm sorry, Dr. Reed, but I thought those Prewen guards would be willing to let someone like you pass without trouble.
That was devious of you, Tom. Next time you can bloody well go yourself.
I apologise, Doctor, but it's just that I prefer to avoid the law, its enforcers, and all manner of thugs in uniform.
There was nothing left in the warehouse. The new owners must have helped themselves to the supply.
Fair enough. I guess it was a long shot. I just hope those drunk bastards didn't give you a hard time.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as always. Sabrina is a brave girl, but she can't help feeling in danger.
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside. She just has to learn to control it.
Goodbye, Mr.
Something can be done to get out of this bullshit mess.
I should have offered a drink, boy. But now everything seems under control. More or less.
Good evening.
Hello.
I managed to reach the mass grave in Southwark. It was not pleasant.
Spare me the details, Dr. Reed. All I want to know is what happened to those bastards who owed me money.
I'm afraid those bastards, as you call them, are in the mass grave.
Dead? Shit. That money would have been useful. Well, I'll tell my boys to avoid the place if it's that dangerous.
Yes. Everybody should avoid that place until further notice.
Okay then, Doctor. It looks like you deserve your reward after all. The Wet Boot Boys thank you for your help.
Can I see?
As long as you have